Well, hello, Stampers. I hope that you can hear me. Um, I know that it's really weird. I see myself on the one screen and I'm looking at Facebook to see if if you can hear me because you know that we've had a lot of issues. But I see that you can. So this is wonderful. So Julie, it is midnight in Australia, isn't it? And it is almost 4 o'clock here in Holland. So that's kind of cool. It's really strange waking up in the morning and knowing that I have all this time because normally in Chatham, when I wake up, I've got a couple hours and then I have to go live on YouTube. And I'm also doing this now from a different device, which is really throwing me for a loop. But it's really nice to see you guys, and I'm so happy that we have sound. So, hi, Kathleen. Hi, Ruby. Let's hope that everything goes smoothly, and I will be so happy. Now, just a little forewarning about 20 minutes ago, I was writing my newsletter and I got a random bloody nose. Now, you know I get them more often. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't resurface in the middle of my video. If that happens, I will have to end it. You understand that. So this is the last card from the Hydrangea Hill series for this month. And I've absolutely loved these cards. The paper is beautiful, and I built the cards around the paper because of when you send out virtual kits, Stampin' Up! Does not allow us to include stamped images. So I always tell you well ahead of time so that you can order the stamp set if you would like. But I do design the cards so that you can make them using a different stamp set that you might already have. And so the focus on these cards, when you design cards for a virtual class, is that I tried to focus on pretty paper, on embellishments, and on die cuts. So I think it was a success. And I would love to hear back from my subscribers for people who have ordered the kits and what you think. You know, how can I improve? What do you like? What do you not like? And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the cards that we will be making next month, and it uses the ice cream, the sweet ice cream bundle. I love that stamp set. I love the punch. It is now available. If you read my newsletter, I've got a special offer in there with that bundle. So yeah, and it is available again. It was back ordered for months. So if you want it, get your hands on it. So I'm going to see if we can I'm hoping that my phone it is not. Okay, I'm going to just have to get my phone going here. Let's see. We don't quit easily, do we? I want to get this going. So yes, I know part of the screen is black, accept, and I'm hoping this is going to be good. Yes, okay, here we go. Sorry while I put this in my holder. So this shows you, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. That shows you the stamp set that we're using. And we're going to zoom just a little bit. There, that's nice. So this is the stamp set, and here, move the stamp set over, here is the card that we're making today. So it's actually quite a simple card, and what I forgot to do is to grab my ruler because I want to share the measurements with you. So bear with me while I grab the ruler. So yes, if you can hear me on Facebook, then you can also hear me on YouTube, which is wonderful. Now, there it is. And you know, what I did not realize when I scheduled this is that it is a national holiday in Holland right now. It is King's Day. And so they're celebrating the birthday of their king, who just happens to be the same age as me, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, the card base is, oh goodness, what color is this? Purple Posy, and Purple Posy is retiring, and I'll bet you the cardstock is sold out. So for this one, for some reason, I have it lengthwise. You could do it either way, but this one is 11 inches by 4¼ scored at 5½. Okay, so 11 inches by 4¼ scored at 5½. And then we have a really pretty piece of this striped paper. See, this is what it looks like on the other side, like little petals from the hydrangea. And I'm guessing that it's 4×4, but let's see if I'm right. 4 inches by 4 inches, okay? And then the little squares are 1¾ by 1 3/4. All right, so what we're going to do is, I've got this one goes flat and all the other three are popped up with dimensionals. And let me just have a look, see. I have all my little bits. So if you get the kit, then you will have your card. Oh yeah, see, and then inside the card is your square piece and your 4 little pieces, the word love, and there's a pretty, this is the acetate that comes with it, and it's already pre-cut for you. The love comes from the Love You Always bundle, which is in the mini catalog, and believe it or not, I don't have a copy of the mini catalog here in Holland. I left Holland on December the 10th, and so I didn't have that mini catalog here yet. And then I forgot to take it with me, so I can't even show you what it looks like. So we'll do that in a minute. We're going to do the little love afterwards. We're first going to take all the little squares and put them on. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I have a little bit more room. So the blue one goes at the bottom, and you can kind of turn your square however you like it to go. And this one goes here, and so you have actually have 2, 3 of these, so you can decide now. Oh yeah, there's, okay, yeah, I get it. So I have a flower, which means I kind of want to see which one I like the best. Okay, this is good. I like doing the floral image on either side. It kind of balances it nicely. That's just how I see it. So what I do is I kind of lay them out while they're still dry with no adhesive so that I can eyeball it to see how it should go. Okay, you don't want to commit too quickly to the layout there. With the stripes, it's kind of handy. You can use the stripes as a guide. So it's not a bad idea to use liquid adhesive either, but I had a bit of an issue. I think I left my liquid adhesive in the sun yesterday afternoon and it got a little runny, and I had a bit of an explosion last night. That wasn't really pretty. If you see a little bit of pixelating, it's because the internet here is not that great. Now, Gerard has gone to great lengths to make it better, to improve it for me. But internet in Holland is really complicated, and apparently in this part of the province, it's particularly bad. And they were planning to do fiber optics, but because it's such a high density population area, the infrastructure, there's just so much stuff under the ground here that it was too expensive to add fiber optics. So they don't have it. Some people are still, they don't quite have dial-up, but they definitely use their phone cables to bring the internet into the house. So yeah, so in Canada we complain, but it's not perfect everywhere else in the world either. So I'm just putting 4 dimensionals on each of these squares, and I probably should have put this whole thing on the card first because now I'm going to have a bumpy surface to work with. But do you see how pretty these colors are together? Honestly, the hydrangeas, Holland, wait, the hydrangeas are going to be blooming soon. The flowers here are so incredible. The weather is just perfect for flowers here. It doesn't get too hot. They have lots of moisture, so everything is lush. And oh, you've seen my pictures of the flowering fields. Oh my word. It's just, it makes a person so incredibly blissfully happy to see that stuff. And the scent from the hyacinths was just, oh, yeah. Anyway, that square's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So now I'm going to take my card, and this is going to go on the top like that. And I think I'm going to use my adhesive, and it'll work fine. You just have to advance this a little bit, and then what I do is I kind of swivel without lifting, and then the adhesive just keeps going. And if you have lifted, just start off on a sticky spot and it'll grab. It's quite there. Okay, so that worked. It's better to, I should have put this piece on first, but I didn't. You know, we don't always do things the way we should. There. So the next thing we're going to do is I have my adhesive, and yes, it is contraband. I have to make a list. I wish I was more organized. I should have a list of all the things that I need to bring. So I'm just making a little puddle, and like so. And then we're going to take a little sponge wedge. I'm going to use the side of it because this part got all hard. When you use a sponge with glue, you should put it in a little Ziploc bag so that it stays moist and it doesn't dry out and get all hard. But, so now I'm going to carefully move my love over here. And we're going to start with, I'm going to start with the OVE part. And just flatten out the puddle a little bit and then dab it on. And what that does is that it prevents your adhesive from puddling and oozing. So now I'm going to just lay that on there. So now we have the OVE, and now we're going to do the L, the big L. Just slide that out of the way. This trick with adhesive is just phenomenal. It works so well. There. Now our sponges are being discontinued. They're on sale right now. I do not know if they sold out, but if you don't have any, I would get them. Our sponges are amazing. I know that we have our new sponging brushes, and they are wonderful, but they don't do this. There. So now we have our love, and I'm going to flip it over. We'll get rid of the silicone mat. Flip the love. Oh, it stuck to my thumb. That is not good. Okay, I'm going to lay it on carefully again. Press it down with my dry thumb. Flip it over. And then we'll put a few, I think I'll use some little dimensionals. I'm just going to put them where I see a little bit more of a solid color. You don't really want these to be seen on the other side. So I'm hoping that they blend in okay. There. Now we're going to grab our card again. And, oh, that's the finished one. Silly me. I love this layout for a card. I think it's really nice. I love showing the different patterns in pattern paper. And this lets us see quite a few. So now I'm going to put the love just like that. And now, because I'm in Holland, and because I didn't take that stamp set, this is the card that is finished. And these words come from the Love You Always bundle. But in your stamp set, if you got this kit, you only got a blank piece of white because I'm not allowed to include stamped images. But the piece is big enough that you can use any skinny, narrow piece of sentiment. So I'm going to use my Stamparatus, and I've already put the stamp on, so this is going to be a surprise, and I've just put this in the middle of the Stamparatus. And I don't have Blackberry Bliss ink either, so I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape, which coordinates with the paper, so I think it'll look fine. And this is an old stamp. I don't even think it is. It looks really, really crooked on there. I think it moved. This is not good. This is not good at all. It totally moved. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? This is our old style of stamp. And I'm just going to press it with my hands. This makes you really thankful for the stamps that we have now. Because remember these stickers, they didn't stick? Let's see what happened. I got it. Okay, so that's really like redneck stamping. And this says, omdat je bent wie je bent. And that means because you are who you are. So I love you because you are who you are. And that's going to go on my card, and I'm going to give it to Gerard. So for this little piece, I'm just going to close up my ink pad. Oh, it's stuck. There. Okay. And I hear his car, which means he's here. Although I could be wrong. It's amazing. This is kind of a dead-end street, but it's amazing how much traffic there is on here because there's a couple of greenhouses, and the one greenhouse has a lot of people working in this. So there's people coming and going all the time. All right, so we're just going to take these little backings off. Don't you love it that we have little mini dimensionals as well? And we also have them in black. Oops, I don't have the backing off of that. Okay. And then the last thing that we're going to do, see, that's actually quite dark, the grape. That looks just fine. All right, so now I have a bunch of these pearls. They're called pastel pearls, and they're part of the Hydrangea Hills suite. And now I have to find my pokey tool. Let's see. All right, I've got it. See, some things don't change. I'm in Holland, and I still have to get up and get things. I just have to look for them differently. I'm just zooming in a little bit. So these pastel pearls don't come on these tiny little bits. I've just done that because I had to cut them up for my shares. I pick them up with my pokey tool, and then you can just lay them where you want them to go. There, they're beautiful. The colors are so nice. A rich purple, a soft, this would be maybe a Highland Heather or a purple posy. And the last color is kind of a really soft blue. It's kind of like Seaside Spray. And you can go crazy. You don't have to do just 3 pearls. If you want to do more, you certainly can. There's no rhyme or reason or rules. Although you do like to go with an odd number. It is sometimes really tricky to decide where to put your pearls. I find it sometimes a hard thing. There, I'm putting one there. So that's our card. I think it might be nice to take a piece of white and put a flower in the inside. Let's have a look, see. So here's the stamp set, and there's lots of dies. And I just discovered the last time that this die does something really cool. It doesn't cut, it cuts through a little bit, and then here, I'll show you in a minute. That's the topper. And I want to use just this leaf. Okay, which means I probably have to get up again because I wasn't planning on doing this. So now I need to get myself a green. And this is a photopolymer stamp. And I don't have my black mat in here because I was using a different kind of stamp. So I have to move the magnet. I have to get my black thing. And I'm going to get a green. Okay, I got it all. So here we go. We have to put the black one in there. Uh-oh, I lost my white piece of paper. Oh, there it is. You guys probably saw me put it on top. You guys have the advantage. You see what I do, and I don't see what I do because I'm all squirrely. Okay, so here is the leaf. It's going to go like so. Then we close the hinge. That picks up the stamp and the paper. So we'll just put the paper back down. Always tight into the corner. There. And now we have Old Olive. Okay. And we're going to ink that up. So I think I'm just going to get another starter kit here to get the supplies that I forgot to take with. I also have no grid paper here. Yeah, the things that we take for granted. There, isn't that pretty? I'm not going to ink it up again. Do you see how it's a distinctive look? It looks kind of like a painting. Now, it looks more like Mossy Meadow than Old Olive, but that happens sometimes. Every ink is a different dye lot. So what I like to do with this is take a look. I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm going to press these petals with my pokey tool so that they pop up the other end a little bit, and it gets a bit of a 3D look. And honestly, I did not know that this did this, and it really made me, it kind of pushed me over the edge as to how much I like this set. I love the dimensional aspect of this. So now I'm going to put that like that, and we'll just put a wee little bit of liquid glue so I don't press it down with my tape runner. It even looks nice on this side, doesn't it? Who would have thought? It's very artsy. So I do believe that this set is in the new catalog, so you can enjoy it for a little bit longer. There. How pretty is that? So that's going to go in the inside of the card. And here, my laptop is making noise. I don't know if you guys hear that. It sounds like wind, and I don't know if it's trying to cool itself off, but here. I will answer all your comments afterwards, okay? Let's have a look. I'm just really happy. I hope the sound is still going. It looks like it is. No issues today. There. So that's the card. I'm really happy with that. So now I'm going to show you, I don't have the rest of the cards with me, the ones that we've done. Usually I will do a recap and show all the cards that we've done so far. But I do have a list. If you go onto YouTube, the Pampered Stamper with YouTube or Jackie Bolcher, whatever, um, I do have lists now, and one of my lists, one of my playlists is for coffee and a card. The other playlist is for my parcels in the post. So parcels in the post is just you get an assortment of product. And the next one I'm doing is sand and sea. I was just waiting for my opal rounds to come in, and then when I get back from Holland, I'm going to do another round of sand and sea parcels in the post. So let me know if you want one. They're only $32 mailed anywhere in Canada. And the purpose of the parcels in the post is to give you an assortment of coordinating products so that you don't break the bank. It's kind of like a paper share or a ribbon share, but it just focuses on a certain suite. So you'll get some patterned paper, you'll get some embellishments, you will get matching cardstock, and I really like it. And then once a month or every other month, I do a video on YouTube showing you what I did with the parcels in the post. Okay? So anyway, that's not really what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about my next virtual coffee and a card, and it features the ice cream bundle. So let me have a look, see. Here we go. There's this one, and that is features a Memories and More card and envelope. So that card is actually 4¼ by 6¼ so that's a nice big one. Then we have this one. Aren't those colors really nice? And actually, I think I'm going to grab the paper pumpkin and show you here. And that's, oh, this is, oh, I knew it. This is a Z-fold card. See that? It kind of goes like an easel. It's an easel card. So that's really cute. And you get the little ice cream cones that came out of the paper. I love this card. I love them all. I really do. And then there's this one, and it has a bit of glimmer paper on there. And that's it. And then I have a bonus card that I might do at the end. I didn't include this in the kit because it didn't photograph as well with the other ones, but it's still a super cute card. I love the polka dot tulle ribbon. I don't know if it's sold out, but it is discontinuing. So if you want it, get it before May 4th. So by May 3rd. Now, let's have a look, see. I was busy with Paper Pumpkin, and look at this. These are so cute. So this is the card. It's just a popsicle. Isn't that cute? Card number 1. Card number 2. So they coordinate. Card number 3, which is a rainbow. And then this one is a watermelon wedge, and it goes the other way, which is kind of wonky. And then we have, these are ones that I came up with. I thought this was kind of cute. It looks a little bit like an awning from an ice cream shop, and then I thought this was brilliant. I took the watermelon wedge and I cut it into 2 pieces. And so now, I don't know, I thought that was, these are the stickers that came in with the set. And then I added a bee, because you know when you're eating watermelon outside, there's always bugs, right? And I love this idea. I took a chunk out of the popsicle with one of our new dies, and that die that does this, there's also one like this in it, and this, and also the die did this here. They're called, I don't even know what they're called. Maybe I'll find out. And I did have messy fingers, so I got a little bit of a mess. And then I took the inside of the envelope and I used it. Isn't that cute? Yeah, a lot of fun. I have a few extra ones at home, and then here's another easel card. And that, oops, oh yeah, those little things are from the ice cream confetti, the ice cream sprinkles. Isn't that fun? Yeah. And then there's a couple of cute envelopes. So with the stickers on the envelope, and the envelopes have this in the inside. And then I did this one. Isn't that fun? I love show and tell. All right, let me see. Here I am. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I actually think that perhaps it all went well. And I just love that. I mean, you guys all know that with COVID, I think we have all learned some new technology. And new technology is wonderful. I mean, it allows me to connect with my kids and grandkids like that are a 7, 8 hour plane ride away. It allows me to see my parents through WhatsApp, and that's great. And we love technology when it works, but when it doesn't work, oh my word, it's so frustrating. The one of the worst feelings is feeling stupid. And for me, I don't like to look unprofessional, and I've had my face in the mud many times over the last few weeks. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me, for not getting frustrated, for not giving me thumbs down on YouTube. Those things really do mean a lot. So thank you very much. I hope you have a super day. I look forward to seeing your comments both on Facebook, on YouTube, because it really does mean a lot. It really is heartwarming to know that people are watching along with you, that they appreciate what you do, that it's meaningful. And I hope that you take the time to send happy mail, because you can really brighten someone's day with a little note and a little cheer. So have a super day. Enjoy the sunshine if it's sunny in your part of the world. Hug your loved ones if you can. And we'll see you next week. Bye.